You are told in an opinion poll before an election, a sample of 30 voters is obtained, right? The number of voters in the sample who support the alliance party is denoted by A. State in context two conditions that must be assumed for A to be modeled by a binomial distribution. What is the first one? Is that each vote, very important, each voter decision to support A, right, is independent of the other voter. Because if you choose each 30 voters, right, and then they come from the same family, right, and they have the same political ideology, right, then they will support the same party, or they don't support, then it will not hold true lah. So basically, you need to make sure that each person, each voter, right, is independent of another, and also the chances of supporting every voter, the chance of them supporting alliance party is constant throughout for every voter. Okay, you don't want to have a situation where voter number 1 will have 5%, then voter number 2 will have 50%, or so on. So every voter, these are the two conditions you need to make sure that you need to, make sure that they satisfy. These are the two conditions, okay? So assuming that A follows a binomial distribution, A, you have 30 voters, then you have 5% of voters supporting the alliance party. So the required property, you need fewer than 6. So A less than 6, fewer than 6. PA is at most 5. Key in calculator shouldn't be an issue. Okay, done. So for part 2, you take a sample of 40 people. You want the model class. Okay, you want the mode. So you just name the binomial distribution, let W out of 40 voters. Let W be the number of alliance party supporters out of 40. So this is W binomial 40 voters. Everyone is 0.05. You want to find the model class, just use GC and just find the model class. Go to here, this guy here, second distribution. You find out binomial PDF. Trial is 40. Support rate is success rate is 0.5. Then you put this as X. You want to find the most probable number of voters. Okay. Second table. Yeah, you scroll. You see the probability. It increase and it will start. You find the maximum, the gangster, which is 2 lah. Which is 2. This is the most probable number. So part 3, you have 50 voters now. Sample of 50 voters. The probability that at least n voters. So let's say this is 50 voters. You let X be binomial 50. 0.05 lah. Probability that at least M is less than 0.4. Okay, that's the idea there. So I'm gonna just name my random variable, then just do it. The 50 voters. So it's binomial 50. Success rate is 5% for each voter. So same thing, you just change this 1 minus px at most m minus 1. Is it okay? Okay, then minus out 0.4. Like I say, I always make the one side 0. It's easier that way. 0.6. 0.6 minus px at most m minus 1. Okay, so what I do is just key in calculator. PDF here. So just go to calculator. It will be 0.6 minus off PD binomial CDF. Trial is 50. 0.05. X value is x minus 1. This m were already accounted for the m. So when you put in when you go to table values, this is already m. You don't need to minus off 1. You just need to see. So this is a value here. I'm going to copy this value down. So from here, this is negative, this is negative, this is positive. So hence least m is equals to 4. Just table value only. You read the question for part 4. You just want n number of voters obtained and probably are getting at least a supporter. So py at least one supporter is not more than 0.75. This is at least one supporter. So py at least one is not more than 0.75. Then same thing lor. You just take 1 minus py equals to 0 minus 0.75 to the other side. Then you just key in calculator, table values. Key in 0.25 minus PDF, final PDF, x 0.05, oh, x 0.050. There you go. Then you just table values. Just scroll down until you get the positive. Okay, just scroll down. There you go. So the max is 27. Okay, last one. So in the next election, a sample of 30 voters. Now is P lah, where P is bigger than 50. 50% percentage. So P is bigger than 50. Given that the probability of getting 15 to 20 supporter is 0.3, find the value of P. Okay, they never say cannot use GC, right? So I'm going to just use GC. I'll just put P divided by 100 because P is in percentage lah. It is given that the probability of getting 15 to 20 supporters is so PL 15 to 15 inclusive to 20 is actually 30%. Find the value of P lah. So this is PL at most 20 minus PL at most 14, right? Minus 0.3 equal to 0 lah. Okay, so I just key in calculator. Now take note, P is percentage. P is 0% to 100%. Okay, and we were told that P is more than 50%. Okay, so what you do is you just key this into calculator. This is Y. Key in calculator. Here, you key in calculator here. This one will be binomial CDF. The trial is 30. The P value you put X over 100 lah. Because it's X over 100. Then X value is 20. Then you this one minus off CDF. Then you put this as 30 to 14. Okay, then you minus 0.3. Then you just graph. The X value is take note, your graph is like that. You not table, go to graph. Now you may not get an answer here. The rationale is very simple because X value is from 0 to 100. Okay. Then if you look carefully, this is very hard to see, right? It's because you are looking at probability. In probability sense, right, what you need is actually your Y mean you put maybe minus 0.5, your X max you put to 0.5 because it's between 1 and -1. Okay, so you put between 1, so you solve this GC here, you have these two value here for P. One side here would be, but because you want, this side here is 40 plus, you don't want it to be 40 plus, you look on the left side. Press enter, go to the other side, press enter again, then you get the answer lah. Answer is 72.3722. Okay, done.